Hi dear one, it's Jeanette Anakini, Certified Regenerative Detoxification Specialist, Alkaline Health Coach, and Clinical Iridologist, coming to you today from Nature's Emporium in Vaughan. It's so fun that you're here with me. It's been such a pleasure and an honor. I'm so humbled to be able to share in this series, Alkalize, to Detox and Regenerate. So this episode number 9 is a continuation on my previous episode on fasting and juice feasting. And I really noticed actually something coming through that people really want to learn more about is the different levels of detoxification. So I went ahead and I printed out the document on the levels of detoxification that you can explore on your journey to vitality. And you know, if you join my private Facebook group, the Raw Reset, you can have access to all kinds of documents like this. You know, some of my clients are asking how to do enemas, how to, shop for raw foods, what particular raw foods should they be buying when they are eating. And I know this is about fasting today, but I also just want to mainly let you know that if you're in the group, you have access to all these files that are complimentary and very supportive for your journey. So we really want to think about how our kidneys are filtering, and this is the reason we do a lot of fasting. So we actually need to make sure that the kidneys are turned on and they're filtering out the waste, because kidneys are king of elimination. I know a lot of people are focused on the liver. I would really say just pay a lot more attention to the kidneys at this time, at this point in your journey. You know, we can even give them a little massage and thank them for all their efforts. You know, this is really how we most effectively eliminate waste, is through the kidneys, bladder. And also we dump from our lymph system into the colon. We eliminate through the skin and the lungs. There's so many different ways. So with these levels of detoxification, you can see that the very lowest level is when you're eating animal protein, when you're having fish, dairy, eggs, cheese, grains. We talked about the breads, the pastas, the rices, all those kind of starchy, complex carbohydrates, refined processed starches and sugars. And avoiding these toxic foods would be quite beneficial for allowing your body to heal naturally. So the nuts, the seeds, the vegetables, the leafy greens, that's your next row up. So the lower you are on the pyramid, the least effective your healing journey will be in terms of purifying this beautiful temple to our soul and accessing the spiritual body, the mental, the emotional body, and having healing all around on all these bodies. So when you're eating raw fruits and vegetables, this is a really good maintenance and detox. You really can count on your body to heal when you're on living foods. I've talked a lot about that. If you haven't checked out my previous series, How to Move Your Lymph, please go back and do that. And fruits and fruits for breakfast and lunch, and then salad for dinner is the next level up. You can even go 100% fruit and go a little higher. So I've done 10-day fruit feasts. I've released a lot of candida, a lot of yeast. It comes out in the stool as little white things, and even like little ghosts, in the toilet. And it's quite satisfying afterwards because you have so much energy once you don't have this lower vibration, this fungus, this yeast. Also very effective for parasite cleansing to be on fruit exclusively. The next level up is doing smoothies, because now it's even less digestion. And when we talk about fruit smoothies, we don't talk about mixing it with almond milks or different milks. A true smoothie is done with water or fruit juices. So that'll be very easily digested, rather than the milks that have the fats and the proteins that are going to take even more energy away. The whole point of having a smoothie is to basically digest beautifully and easily without using a lot of energy, so that your energy is freed up for yourself to feel more vitality, and also so that it can go to the areas of the body that need healing. Mono fruit would be a very high level, so I talked about that. And okay, actually I talked about 100% fruit. Mono fruit means you're choosing one kind of fruit. So if I would just put myself on Concord grapes for like the next 2 weeks, that would be incredibly effective. There is a book out there called The Grape Cure. I don't remember the author's name at the moment, but let me know if you're interested. That talks all about doing a grape fast, a grape feast, I like to call it. And then the next level up is mono fruit juice. So choosing one kind of fruit and just sipping and chewing the juice all day. If you're new to juice feasting, you're gonna definitely wanna have at least 2 to 3 liters of juice every day to make sure that you're feeling your best so you can still go to work, do your thing, whatever it is you're doing. Maybe you're a caretaker, you need to have your energy, or just maybe you're caring for yourself, you know, which is fantastic as well. You just need to make sure that you're having enough juice, okay? That's very important. And then they say that the highest level is water fasting. I would disagree. I would say the highest level of fasting is dry fasting. However, we do not recommend the raw reset, or with my program, I do not recommend anybody attempting longer than 12-hour dry fast without the supervision of a coach. So please get yourself a regenerative detoxification specialist or detox coach, someone who has personal experience and has actually trained in this, that would support you with your longer dry fasts. So dry fast, I talked about in my previous episode, is you don't take anything. There's no food, there's no water, there's no liquids, there's nothing. So some of them, actually, some people that are into dry fasting actually would go so far and not even like shower. They would say, oh no, you're taking the water through the skin. You know, I don't do it that way. They don't even brush their teeth sometimes. I definitely brush my teeth and shower when I'm on a dry fast. I just stop the eating and drinking window at say 7 or 8 p.m. and then break it the next morning, 12 hours later. And that I think anyone can do, especially while you're just eating like what you would normally be eating. Maybe you're not really on a regenerative healing lifestyle of abundance of living foods and you're just eating everything that you choose. That's also fine to bring in the dry fasting. And actually the reason for the dry fasting is, think about a dirty sponge. How would you clean a dirty sponge? You would take soapy water, you'd run soapy water through the dirty sponge, and then you'd wring it out dry, right? So this is what effectively is happening with the kidneys. So you're hydrating up on your fruits, your berries, your melons, your juices, and then you're going dry. So make sure if you're just eating everything, you're still getting a lot of hydration from these, even the fruit vegetables, the botanically classified fruit vegetables like your cucumber, zucchini, red and yellow and orange bell pepper, tomatoes, these kinds of things. So if you're enjoying this content, I invite you to please like, share, and subscribe. That would be very helpful. And I just want to briefly go over the healthy food pyramid, because not everyone is going to get into the fasting right away or the juice feasting. And so when you're eating a diet of primarily fresh, ripe fruits, that's actually what you should be eating mostly. If you're wanting to kind of transition over to regenerative healing, start trying to bring up your fruit and veggies in your day to be 90% of what you're eating. The next level up is green leafy vegetables. So it's not actually that you're trying to move up this pyramid. This pyramid works a little differently. It's just the quantity of what you want to be consuming. So green leafy vegetables and non-starchy vegetables is going to make up the next bulk of what you're eating. Then you would take very little of the starchy vegetables, so your potatoes, your sweet potatoes, your yams, even your beets and your carrots, okay, but they're still perfectly desirable. And then especially sweet potato over white potato and yams over white potato, amazing. And then you're gonna really try to limit your nuts and seeds, anything with a really high fat content or protein content, coconuts even. You're not gonna go too crazy. Durian, for all of you fruitarians out there that are all excited to be having lots of durian, just go a little more mild in terms of your quantity, yeah? Dried fruits and dehydrated foods, you know, dehydrated vegetable chips and stuff like that. When you're eating dehydrated foods, what's it gonna do? It's gonna dehydrate you. So that's why it's just at the top of the pyramid in terms of just taking a little bit, same as dehydrated fruits. So I really am so grateful that you've been here with me, dear one. If you're excited to see more content and you want to support me in any way, please send a donation to jin@thehealingjunction.ca, so JIN at thehealingjunction.ca. That would be so appreciated. And please, like, if you're wanting to go further on your healing journey, you want to delve more deeper into fasting or regenerative healing, allow me to work with you. It'd be my honor. I'd be so humbled. And if you're in Toronto and you're interested in an iris analysis, you want to see all of your genetic strengths and weaknesses and what particular areas you need to work on and strengthen within your physicality that allows you to access your spiritual, mental, emotional healing as well, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Lots of love, dear one.